to Ignorance Isn't Bliss number 2. The topic for today is the unexpected consequences of ignorance. We will be talking about pretty much that. Consequences that happen when you're not aware of things.
We're your hosts, Christy, Mann, and Henry Dalton. We are the co-owners of Metaphysical Times, LLC, the ones who put out your beautiful newspaper and Full Moon magazine. Welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and get right into what we're going to talk about today. We're going to be discussing, as Henry mentioned, some of the consequences of that we've encountered in our lives where we were ignorant and probably shouldn't have been. And how it impacts our lives is kind of the point of what we're wanting to get into. Sharing funny stories, some not so funny, and just instances and situations are becoming owners of Metaphysical Times. Was kind of an ignorance thing that happened because of a case of ignorance. We're excited about getting into that. So, babes, how about we get into it? What's the situation? Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Positive outcomes of ignorance. What is an outcome that has been positive for you for being ignorant?
Let's dive into it with the Metaphysical Times. It was kind of a situation. I mean, we have experience running businesses, and I had some experience with running with being part of a newspaper as a writer and an advertising accounts manager. But there were a lot of aspects of it that I wasn't aware of. And because of my ignorance, I dug into it. It caused me to take notice of the fact that there's a lot that I don't know about this. It's been a very long time since I've done anything with this. I'm probably going to need to brush up on some things. So it literally triggered a whole new area of education for me and picking up skills and all new ways of doing a whole lot of things, from managing a team to creating video, using AI. There was ignorance around several of those things that I just didn't already have, but being ignorant kind of led me to take initiative and get that information. How about you?
Well, I found out there's a lot more to business management than I originally thought. And it's rough, but it's been good.
What are some particulars? I know a couple you're most definitely proud of.
Yep. I've begun doing graphic design for some of our products. So there's that. Streaming. It's a lot tougher than I thought it would be.
You did it though. I was so very proud and excited for you last night. Let's dive into that a little bit. Are you okay with us kind of picking that apart a little bit and exposing a little bit of you and where you're at?
Sure.
With that? All right. Because I want to be able to tie it into what we're doing with Metaphysical Times. You're doing video game streams. You're playing video games and streaming it on Twitch. And yeah, so talk about a little bit about that. What's that like?
Well, I realized that I didn't really know exactly what I needed to do. I was able to stream the game, but I couldn't speak to the people that were watching. So I got to figure out how to set that up properly. But otherwise, it was pretty good, I thought.
I thought so too, but let's dive into the ignorance on that part. Did not knowing affect your first stream? Do you think?
Yes.
How so?
Because as I was playing, I was not able to vocalize my answers to people's questions on the stream. I had to stop playing to type it in. So that was a consequence. So my game had to stop for a minute while I did that. But if I have it set up right, then I can continue playing and just glance at the comments and reply to those comments.
It's awesome. I got to be here for it. I mean, we live in the same place. He's right here behind me, babes. So I get the joy. I mean, that really is a joy for me. Means getting to watch somebody that you love really, grow and blossom and bloom in a direction that they want to go. So watching you sit here and figure that out and make those, turn your ignorance into knowledge. It's really empowering to be able, and a beautiful thing to watch. This is something that you've been wanting to do for quite some time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And now you've got, I mean, your first episode, you kicked off your first stream with how many people?
3.
That is awesome.
My first stream, I had 3 people.
That was awesome. And more are coming your way, I am sure.
Yeah.
And so how does that tie in with Metaphysical Times? I mean, we've talked about this. Let's tell our viewers and our readers how that ties in with us here.
Well, as part of the business, I eventually want to set up a side business where it's video game design, which is what I've wanted to do for like the longest time. That and playing video games. So once I get up there, then I can have a team together that will help me build my own games to put out for other people to play.
So it's actually like building out the getting started with providing employment opportunities for people.
Yeah.
We're also, I mean, we'll talk about this a little bit too. One of the things with Target Sands when we started that business, do you remember what part of the plan for that was?
That was to set up a program for people getting released from prison, the halfway house, jail, whatever, and helping them get back up on their feet. Because having background really affects your ability to get a job, your ability to find housing, and so we wanted to help with that. Both finding a way to get them housing and to set them up with employment so that they can get stable within 5 years, being the owner of their own home.
Yeah, that's still a big thing for us. And Metaphysical Times became an integral part of that. It was a way for us to reach out and expand our community connections so that we could really build those programs and really start helping people within the community in ways that not many other programs are willing to do. Another instance of ignorance is that was that we really didn't know a lot about investing in programs like that. I mean, we had ideas and things that we wanted to accomplish, and found out very quickly that we were not anywhere near set up to be able to do all of the things that we wanted to do. And it's prompted us to, even though, I mean, our focus heavily is on, producing the newspaper and the magazine, there are other things that we're involved in and have going on that we're building toward that are all about helping people wherever they are. What were some of the negatives that you come across?
A lot of the negatives is that people don't really want to help with people that are struggling. Not everybody, but enough that it makes it hard to get past all that. And going back to my video games, one of my favorite quotes from Final Fantasy IX is the Dane, you don't need a reason to help people.
Right.
And that's been a big thing for me. So that's where I'm at.
Don't need a reason to help people. That's kind of been heavy on our hearts here lately. We've had some situations with some friends of ours that have come up. That, I mean, whatever the situation is, just the fact that they're homeless, people don't want to help. People don't want to, people just look the other way. People just, and we're trying to turn that around. I think that's kind of the basis of this whole podcast thing, is to kind of help get people thinking that people are people, and people deserve help. What they've done doesn't matter. What they, just the fact that they are human beings means they deserve help when they need it. And so I think we really want to kind of push that point home, that, that this is meant to be a fun and casual chat, and we'll get into some funnier stories here in a little bit. But we do kind of want to push that home, that, a big part of this is we need to understand, and part of the ignorance is we don't see what is going on in people's lives. We really don't see what's happening in people's lives that lead them to doing or behaving or acting the way that they do. Being ignorant of their situation is not an excuse to be mean, cruel, or unkind to people. Just taking a moment to consider that person might be struggling with any number of things, that if it were you in their shoes, you'd probably be in a really bad mood too. We aren't inherently evil. So if we can get if we can get more and more people thinking along those lines, I think we're going to come a long way at treating each other better.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so.
All right, so picking up from here. Forgive us, guys. We're the second episode. We have it outlined, but still a little unnerving, a little nervous being live.
Yeah. So we'd like to encourage you to share your own stories if you wish. You can either type in the comments or give us a call.
Follow us on Facebook, drop some comments. The visibility of the fact that, a lot of us, all of us at some point or another have been ignorant about something that has had an impact in our lives. Good, bad, and ugly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So how about humorous? What do we got? What is a humorous situation that ignorance kind of... All right, I'll start. Funny situation where I was ignorant. Let's see. How did I not have one already pulled? Our learning curve, not knowing exactly how StreamYard worked. The first episode that we did with Paul. Oh, and we need to do a shout out and a request for. We'll get to that in a minute. Don't let me forget. When we first did the podcast with Paul, my understanding of how StreamYard worked the last time I used it, which had been a year ago, had completely changed. So we have this kind of spur of the moment decision, conversation between me and Paul Brom at Strangeland Oddities, Omens and Charms. That's what it is. Shout out to Paul Brom over there in Centralia, Washington. He and I were having a conversation, and we were like, we should talk about this. We should talk about this on, with a lot of people. We should go live with this. So the idea to start the Ignorance Isn't Bliss podcast came about, and the following week we got it going. And in the studio, the back end, everything looked great. We went live though, and all of a sudden, Paul's video is very, very choppy. And we couldn't fix it. We couldn't stop the live. We couldn't go, And we had two choices. We could just stop doing it, or we could figure something else out. So we decided that the next episode we were going to do a little differently. We are not going to record it as we were broadcasting to both of our PCs, and we aren't doing that with this one. And the choppiness, I'm hoping is gone, but I won't really know until after I watch the broadcast. But it's instead of just like completely shutting down, it's prompted and motivated us to pick up from here and improve as we go. We don't have the expectation that we're going to be perfect. It's not going. I mean, right now we really are not looking for perfection. Just we're looking at getting it done, getting it out there. So here we are. Was that funny? It wasn't funny, was it? All right. Before I forget, let me go ahead and address the whole Paul not being with us now, and the request for thoughts, prayers, healing vibes, and whatever method of sending healing energy out into the universe to somebody in particular. We have a request that you go ahead and do that and send that to our friend Paul Brom and his wife. On Friday, they found that she's not doing well. And he has decided that he's going to take time off. He's going to pause everything and just focus on taking care of her. So he's got all of our love, all of our support, all of our healing energy and love heading his way, with an appreciation for him being willing to kick this off with us. That was a really big deal to us. having somebody that was willing to come in and have a discussion like this, because it's not always going to be an easy one. But he was willing to do it. So, and if you're in the Centralia, Washington area and you can stop by the shop, we ask that you go ahead and do that, and help support the shop and him and his family, and send him love. All right, babes, you got a humorous story for us?
I don't.
It's hard to come up with them. They're not usually all that funny, are they?
No, but it's about opening your eyes. These coincidences that affect they're to open our eyes that we can learn from them. That knowledge. Pretty much about all I can say about that.
Sorry, forgive me. We've got. I'm checking for comments, making sure we don't miss anybody. Any comments on social media? Facebook has made it a little more complicated to get some things done. But we're still going.
Waiting for some comments.
We want to put it out too that if you guys are interested in joining us on the podcast, we would love to have you on the live. We've dropped a link into the chat there. You can click that link and it'll bring you right into our studio. And we can add you to the live, and you can finish out the show live on the podcast with us. We invite you to do that. If you want to set up at some point to be on a show with us in the future, we'd love to have you join us and share your experiences and both all good, bad, and ugly. In this instance too. You're welcome to do that. Segue into the full moon birthday giveaway. So we're really excited. We've been at this for a year now with Metaphysical Times. And in that year, well, shortly after we started, we took over ownership. We created our own e-zine. Do you have the magazine handy? Okay. We started the magazine, and it was just a monthly newsletter that we were sending out. But it came about because there were a lot of creative works that were going into the newspaper. And that was all fine and good, but we wanted to kind of make the newspaper more newsy, sharing happenings and things that were going on within the pagan and metaphysical community. And there's our baby. That is our first print issue right there. What a beauty she is. So we started out as an sending out to our paid subscribers, and then we expanded it out. And we ended up with enough content to make it its own monthly magazine. And there are visual artists, we've done photographers, we've done painters, we've done digital and graphic design artists, poets, and there's a full moon ritual in every one of them. That Lori Beth, love you, lady. Beautiful artwork there. And so, yeah, I mean, well, April, this month, is our 1 year anniversary or birthday of the Metaphysical Times full moon. So we're going to do a birthday celebration giveaway. Pretty exciting. So we're going to give away a $122 prize package. It includes a digital subscription to both the newspaper and the magazine, and some merchandise. What you got there, babes? What's the merchandise? You do it.
Well, I'm wearing the hat. So you can get the hat, shirt, Full Moon Magazine shirt. And a digital subscription to both the Full Moon Magazine and the newspaper.
And we're going to go ahead and drop the hang on a second. Well, we're going to drop the links to all to each one of the items in the prize package, because they are available through our merchandise shop on metaphysicaltimes.com, or metaphysical-times.com. But we're also, there's going to be the way that you guys get entered into the drawing. So the drawing is going to be held on May 1st at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll probably do that live. I think we should do it live.
Yeah, we should do that live.
All right, so we'll go live at 3 p.m. on May 1st, which is a Monday, you said?
Yes, Monday.
All right, so Monday, May 1st at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we're going to, we'll do the drawing and we'll do it live. And here's how you sign up for that. We offer an affiliate marketing package or program. It's a little bit different than most affiliate programs. We built it out ourselves. We manage it manually. And it gives you a discount code that you can share around with your friends, family, and customers. And they save a little bit of money if they shop when they shop with us. But then it also gives you some added benefits. As an affiliate, you get a 20% commission on sales that come in used with your code applied. You get listed in our directory listing. So it's great if you've got like an online shop or even a brick and mortar. It gives you, we send you signage if you've got a shop, and we can email you all of the other benefits and details that are involved in that. And it helps us kind of get out further into the community, where we're able to actually connect people. I mean, that's our whole purpose, is connecting people with the people, places, and things that they need. And we're more of a conduit for that. We're just kind of here holding that space. We've had a lot of instances where people that have needed each other have been able to connect with each other, and they've both thrived and progressed beautifully. We've been fortunate in a couple of instances to hear about that after the fact, but we're absolutely certain that it happens a lot more than we hear about. So what you'll do is, in order to enter the drawing, you'll visit our website. Where's that page? Where's that link?
Which one?
The affiliate marketing one.
All right, putting that in. All right.
You go to that page right there. The link is in the comments. You go to that link, and it will have you set up an account. And it is a subscription service, but it's 100% free. There is no charge for it, so this is not no purchase is necessary to enter the drawing. Anybody that becomes an affiliate from this moment until April 30th at 11:59 p.m. gets entered into the drawing. And again, that drawing will be held on May 1st at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And we're going to do that live. We decided, right?
Yeah.
You're going to put everybody's name into a Metaphysical Times hat and draw it out. And there's also all kinds of other awesome merchandise on the website, and we should probably explain what the merchandise is there for. When you purchase merchandise, not the newspaper or the magazine, but the t-shirt, the hat, the coffee mugs, the hoodies, and even the gift cards. When you purchase those items, the proceeds from those products are split. We put them into, or we put half into a fund that allows us to help individuals within our community, either here locally or things that we hear about out and around us. Our community at this point is global. So we take half the proceeds from the merchandise and put it into a fund so that if there's a GoFundMe from somebody in our community, we can send a little money out of the fund for that. If there's somebody that we hear about that's wanting to get into a program that will really help them take their creative life to the next level, but they're struggling to make it because they can't afford the tuition, or they're just a little bit short, we can help with that. We can sponsor events and things of that nature. But then the other half goes to already existing organizations. We're set up to send funds to National NaNoWriMo Month, the writing challenge for authors to write a 50,000 word novel in 30 days for the month of November. We've got the Polycystic Kidney Foundation, a condition that I have. And so we support an organization called the PKD Foundation. And they're doing all they can to help raise awareness and find a cure. And we've got what's the other one? Oh, the Random Acts of Kindness Foundation. In our newspaper every month, there's a kindness calendar. They put out all kinds of things that you can do that are just random acts of kindness for people. Doesn't take a lot of effort, doesn't take any money. Just little random things, and the calendar has something on it every day that you can do for one person, and that will balloon out, and we support that. We are working on supporting. Well, right now we're supporting the Red Album, which is a collection of pagan musicians that have gotten together and are producing an album and the proceeds from the sales of that album and the GoFundMe and everything that they're running right now go to support reproductive rights. Since the overturning of Roe versus Wade, they've really come together and have decided that our rights are our rights, and they should stay our rights. We should have the ability to decide how and whether or not we reproduce. So we're supporting them, and a portion of the proceeds from that merchandise will be going toward helping them. I believe there are a few artists that are still looking for sponsors for their songs. You can follow us on, but you can subscribe to the newspaper, the magazine, and the information on that, plus interviews with some of the artists. We're doing interviews with we're hoping to do them with each of the artists leading up to the release day of that in June. And then well beyond that too, as things progress. Where are we at time wise? Wow, that was like only 30 minutes. I think that's it. And you can visit the website, and there are blog posts and articles about all of that information there. What else have we got? We're gonna do a special shout out to Holly K. Davis, who's joining us in the chat. We love you, Aunt Holly. Thanks for being here and showing us some love and support. We really, really appreciate it very much. Thanks for being here. And Joanna Stoddard.
Hi, Mom.
That is. Hi, Mom. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We love you guys like tremendously. Oh, I'm about to cry. Seriously, thank you guys. Thank you. It means a lot. Love you, Mom.
Love you, Aunt Holly.
And Aunt Holly. Yeah, you guys are great. I think that's all we've got. That pretty much covered everything. Any more stories or anybody? Mom, do you or Aunt Holly have any stories? We've been really, really blessed this past year, you guys. Like the weight of the blessings, we can't even begin to. All right, next time. Got it, Aunt Holly. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and pop this one up. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you, Mom. So is that about it?
I think that's about it. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap early. We'll build out for next time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, for real, very sincerely from the bottom of our hearts, it really does mean a lot. We know we aren't everybody's cup of tea. But we're here. We're trying to help. We're trying to do good things for the people that we share this place with. We love you all. Like, very, very much. And I'm doing the outro. Okay. You are doing great, Mom. All right. So just to do a quick wrap, we talked about positive outcomes of ignorance. There are some. They're not all bad. They're not all terrible and oh my God. We did talk about some of the bad. Gave our shout out to Paul Brom over at Strange Lands in Centralia, Washington. Love you, Paul. You and the whole family there. Lots of well wishes and healing energy sent your way. We talked about the drawing and how to get entered into that and the prize giveaway. You can, if we'll have links up to that on the Facebook pages, but all of that information will be able to be found on the website at www.metaphysical-times.com. If you have any questions, you can email us at metaphysicaltimesidf@gmail.com. You can also give us a call at 385-240-2822. And I think that's all. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you same time, same place next Saturday, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on the broadcast studio on our YouTube channel. If you're catching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. We love and appreciate you very, very much for doing that. And on the broadcast studio. We love you guys. Peace out. We'll see you next week.